Riley, I am watching the road. I've got both hands on, so I'm gonna thank you.
We just finished signing a house contract.
What? We're buying a house?
We're buying a house, hopefully.
Yeah. So we got everything figured out with the bank. We got everything. I mean, we signed our contract with the family that's selling us the house. So, should we tell them a little bit about it, or?
Yeah.
All right. So we've been looking for a house for about 6 months.
Has it been 6 months?
Well, August, September, October, November, December, January. Just kidding. August, September, October, November, January, February. So 6 months.
I think you missed December.
August, September, October, November, December, January.
It's February.
February. 7 months.
Well, even longer than that, because
longer than that, because we started before August.
You got your new job, we were going to buy a house.
So we've been looking for
a hot minute.
We've
been looking in the city and the side towns, the
country,
everywhere. So we've put in, let's see, we've offered on 2 houses before this one.
No.
The Stewart Street one and Parallel.
Stewart Street.
That's the yellow one.
Yeah, that's true. We did put in an offer, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
So that was the first one we put an offer in on. She did not accept our offer.
And the house wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth going over.
Sorry, my hands are kind of bumpy.
Yeah.
But, and then the second house.
Dream house.
We put an offer in on.
It was gorgeous, wasn't it? Tell them a little bit about it.
Shall we tell them about the first house?
Yeah, okay, so the first house was in a small town.
Yes.
And we liked that.
Yes.
Pretty close to the college
It had 3 bedrooms, but one of them
was like
an office almost. It was like really long and skinny.
But like, listen, if I'm laying down on the floor sideways, I would not have fit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably
really small.
Probably a 4x6 room, right?
Yeah.
4x6, 4x8.
Yeah. It had a nice garage though, and it had basically no backyard.
No backyard. No basement.
No basement, which we have been looking for a basement because obviously we live in Tornado Valley or whatever they call
Tornado
it.
Alley.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So that was the first house. It didn't have a dishwasher, and the kitchen was teeny tiny.
Teeny tiny. We would have
had to do a kitchen remodel for sure. There was no like formal dining room. It was kind of like an eat-in kitchen situation.
Yeah.
So that was the first house.
House number 2.
House number 2, Parallel house. It was in the city.
It was off a great street. Probably one of the best streets in.
It was in a good neighborhood. And it had, I think it had 2 bedrooms upstairs.
Yeah, it did. It had 2 bedrooms,
and
1
it had
bathroom.
hardwood floors in the bedrooms, which was nice. It's something I like.
Decent sized front room.
Yeah,
Decent sized kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen was actually cute. It had like marble countertops and black cabinets, and it was like gold accents. It was actually cute. And the backyard had a nice deck and a huge fenced-in backyard.
Huge.
Which is something we need for our dogs.
And you could drive down into the back and behind, which was really nice. And it had a cement back where we could have put a hot tub or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And then the basement was finished.
Yeah.
And that's where we would have put our bedroom.
Which there was 1 bedroom in the basement, a living area, a bathroom with the weird toilet that was like raised above.
So it was 2 bathroom, 3 bedroom.
Yeah.
Or 2 bedroom technically.
The other one was non-conforming.
Yeah, the other one was non-conforming. So we put an offer in on that one, and
the day it got posted.
The day it got posted, and we offered what they were asking, right? I'm pretty sure we offered exactly what they listed it for.
Yeah, and that was the one where even after we offered, our realtor offered to buy it with cash.
Yeah, so basically what happened was we put our offer in for what they were asking for.
Yeah.
And then they said that they already had an offer higher than what they asked for. So then we weren't willing to go higher because our realtor said that
You got siding on this house.
I know.
It's
disappointing.
Gosh dang it. I think it's cute.
I think siding's a bad choice. Anyway, our realtor was like, yeah, I don't think it will appraise for that much. And then when you offer something more than it appraises for, you have to pay that out of pocket.
Yeah.
And we just weren't willing to do that. So then our realtor was like, well, I could buy it for you guys in cash. And
for the price, the asking price, do a quick
for the
sell.
asking price, because
do a quick sell and then sell it to
cash
us.
is better, obviously, than like a loan. They don't have to go through that long of a process, and
You don't have to go through the appraisals, the inspections, all that
all
jazz.
of that stuff. So they were like, well, it makes it a competitive offer, and they still denied it. So
We lost that house.
that house was a no. We've been looking for houses ever since.
How many houses do you think we've honestly looked at? If you had to guess. Would you say 50?
Yeah, I think 50.
You think more than 50?
I think 50's right where it would be.
Right where it's at.
Yeah. So
Now, I
wait,
mean,
is that all the houses we've? There was one.
there was
There
one.
was two that came close, and we really thought about putting an offer in on, and the one that was recent.
Yeah.
In the city.
But that one was great, and we loved it. But it was like we had to jump on it that night.
Yeah,
Like,
because they already had.
They were like final
we
and best. They literally were like final and best.
Yeah, they're like, we're
tonight.
reviewing offers tonight at this time, and
We're like,
it was just too much pressure for us to make that quick of a decision. So this one,
This is kind of a funny story, actually.
we decided that in February we needed to have something signed.
Or we have to like get a new rental.
Yes, because our baby's coming soon, and we need to get a nursery put together, and
We're in a 2-bedroom
we need to
duplex right
move.
now.
Anyway, so it's not working. So this one, go ahead and tell them how we found this.
So long story short, one of my buddies that I used to work with got a new job. Super excited for him, but he's moving and he rents a house. Long story short, my buddy got this job as a new football coach, or I don't know his specific title. But anyways, he was like, I'm pretty sure that they'll rent our house to you really cheap. And I was like, how's really cheap? And he told me the price, and it was more than half off our rent in the city. So granted, there's a little bit of a commute, but
It's like a 35-minute commute, 40 minutes.
yeah. And I ended up calling and he was like, I bet they'd even sell it to you super cheap. And Sienna and I went and looked at it, and we were like, well, this isn't too bad.
It wasn't cute, I will say, but it had what we needed.
Yeah.
Minus, the only thing I wish it could have had is a place for our dogs upstairs. It has a basement, which is where our dogs will go. But it is nice to have our dogs upstairs with, like, it's just easier to get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have to go all the way down to the basement to let them go to the bathroom and
But now that we, like,
all that.
so anyways, I talk to the owner. She's amazing. She's fantastic. Not going to get into too much of the story of that conversation, but long story short, she's asked me to offer her. I made her an offer. She came up just a little bit from my offer, and we're still getting a heck of a deal, you know. And that's it.
Yeah.
We just went today. Our contract came in yesterday. I had our bank look at it and talk to their lawyer a little bit. Talk to my grandpa pop. Had him read it over too to make sure that it's good. And everything looked great.
Yeah.
So what did we just do?
We just drove and signed our first house contract ever. It really makes me nervous.
It makes me nervous too, but well, and another thing too, you know, in regards to the cuteness of the house, I'm super optimistic with this house that it can be what we want, what we need, and what we like.
It's a little bit of a fixer-upper, I would say.
I think so too, but it's not like it's unlivable.
No, it's a
fixer-upper.
livable fixer-upper.
I think it's a project house. We can do some projects while we live there, and I think by the end of it, we're gonna have a pretty nice little house.
Yeah.
And it's got 3 bedrooms upstairs. Well,
Yes.
2 bedrooms, 1 room that we're going to turn into a bedroom. And then it's got a basement. Finished basement with a kitchen area.
Kitchenette,
which is nice. And
a storage room, a bathroom,
then like a
another
living
bedroom.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little living room. another bedroom. That's non-conforming though.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's a room.
Probably dog's bedroom is what it would end up being.
It does not have a fenced-in backyard, so we are going to have to add that.
Yep, so we're gonna get a nice little privacy fence, 6 foot, have it go all the way out, all the way over, and all the way back. And what's cool about the basement though, is that there's a door in the basement that leads directly upstairs, so the dogs can go out pretty darn easily, I think. I think it's gonna be fine. Might be a little spider webs or something.
What are you talking about?
The door where the dog can go out.
Oh, out to the basement?
Yeah, out through the basement.
Yeah,
To go outside.
I don't think you explained that very well.
Okay, well you explained it.
There's also a door connecting the basement to the backyard. So
You said the same thing I said.
I think you said it a little weird.
Alright, basically, be on the lookout for some videos about the house, demo day, moving content, a before and after of what we do with the inside, kind of our journey of as we do some of these projects, some of these home improvement projects.
We went to Home Depot and picked out just dreaming some paint colors, some countertops, some flooring, just basic stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
We're very, I don't know how you feel. I'm 10 out of 10. I'm like next level. I'm on the moon right now.
that's good.
Because I feel like we can start our life a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like it's not real yet.
Well, it's gonna be real as soon as we get those keys.
Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't seem real yet. It's weird. And it was kind of weird when we looked at the house, like there was a tenant there, and they were moving.
They were moving
and so all their stuff was there, so it was kind of hard to like see it all, but they were nice enough to let us in.
That was cool that
So
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see it bare.
They let us in a lot. Let's rephrase that. So
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to see it bare too. I hope that you don't see it bare and then be like, oh my gosh, we can't do this. Because we're doing it.
It's too late now, but
It's gonna be great.
and the price range we're very comfortable with the price.
Oh yeah, super
It's
comfortable.
very low end of our budget.
Yes.
So that's great.
But it's gonna be like it's worth it. They give us a good deal. We got a good deal. Great deal.
Yeah, so we have a lot of things coming up.
Yeah, we're buying.
We're having a baby. We're buying a house. We're moving. We're
getting a
fixing
divorce.
it. We're fixing it up.
I'm just kidding.
And we're gonna have a lot more baby appointments. And yeah.
Valentine's Day is coming up, or it's over whenever you get to see this.
Yeah. We don't know when we're gonna post this. Probably, honestly, after our contract gets finalized.
Yeah, so you guys might see some of the entire process. So this might be like a multiple series after we buy the house.
Yeah.
Just out of respect for the homeowner, and that way no one tries to sneak in and steal this house from us.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll catch you next time when we have another update for you guys. Hey, everybody. So, we are currently moving today. Moving day part 1. We're loading things in the U-Haul tonight, and then tomorrow morning / afternoon, we will be moving into our new house. So that's super excited. But, so it's like been a while since we signed the contract on our house. We have not done the best job of vlogging everything, so I just thought I would sit down and kind of explain some things that have happened. It's been crazy. So basically, we signed the contract on the house, which is great. And then some big things that happened is about a week, maybe it was like a week and a half before we were supposed to officially close on the house, which we were going to close earlier than we were supposed to, which is great. About a week and a half before then, we had some troubles with our roof on the house because the current owner didn't know how old it was, to be exact. And so when we were trying to get our homeowner's insurance, they needed to know that information. and she thought it was like over 20 years old, and so most insurance places wouldn't accept a roof that's 20 years old. So we were either gonna have to have them put a new roof on our house or scour for an insurance company that would give us insurance on that kind of a roof, or we're gonna have to back out. We literally thought for a day that we were gonna have to back out of the deal and that we weren't gonna be getting the house, but it turns out that the homeowner found the documents that I think it was like 15 years old, which is fine, and our insurance covers that. So that resolved itself, so that's good. And then, so as we're getting closer to our closing date, we started working on the house. Since I'm pregnant and I have crew to watch after, I was not to be at the house during demo or really any fixing up of the house at all, because it was such a mess and there's tools everywhere, and like I said, someone would have had to watch crew, and I'm pregnant anyway, so I'm not really supposed to be around all the dust and the mold and the paint and everything that comes with construction and reno. So Josh had to go and do all of that stuff without me, and that was hard for multiple reasons. First of all, just because I could have, like, he definitely could have used another set of hands, but also, like, I had to trust Josh with all the decisions he was making, and that was, like, on him and everything like that. And then what else? So Josh is still taking classes for his doctorate program, and he goes to class 2 nights a week, and so we had a week where he was off of class for spring break, so that was great. So he went over to the house every night after work that week and worked on it and ripped out all the carpet, and he removed the popcorn ceiling and did all that dirty work.
What's up, everybody? It's Josh back on the vlog, and this is Tanner. Tanner is the best, and he is here to help me with demo day.
Yeah!
Actually, he just came by to say hi. But
I want a sledgehammer?
You don't get a sledgehammer.
I want a sledgehammer.
So what we're gonna do today is I hate the popcorn ceilings. I've never liked them. Bye, Tanner. You're the best. Have fun. See you, buddy. You can come by anytime. Anyways, I love this house. I like it a lot. But I'm not a fan of popcorn ceilings. So we're gonna take it down. It's really easy. You just spray a little bit of water on it, and then boom, it literally comes right off. And I'm gonna do this to the entire house, get it all down. It was tested for asbestos, and it does not have it. So this is something nice that I can do to help our family, and I can get it done relatively quickly. So, boo-boo! Big Daddy Josh fixing up a house. Boom, 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 boom! What's up? Demo day part 49. All right, so we've got all the carpet ripped up in here. We're about to take these bad boys down. Did the popcorn ceiling. Look at that. We cleaned up a little bit in this room. And then we are in here. Tanner's peeling up. Tanner! Tanner has been promoted to top 3 friends alive in the whole world. Love you, Tanner. Tanner brought drinks and snacks, and he's really being amazing. I love you. Anyways, so we found this flooring, and it's like hand-painted leaves, which I actually think is really cute, but the wood is like a yellow color, so we're doing that. Tanner's officially my best friend. Sorry, Dustin, you suck! But, yeah. All right, love you, bye! Ugh, I'm tired of doing this stupid. Just kidding.
So that was like a whole week. And then the next week, he actually had for work, he had to go to Mississippi for this thing called Alternative Spring Break. And they take the kids down there. And it's funny enough that what their project was to partner up with Habitat for Humanity. You guys know what that is, but and build a house for someone down in Mississippi. So he took a group of students down to do that for a week after working on his house for a week. So while Josh was gone, I was in charge of the house as much as I could be. Obviously, I wasn't really supposed to be going over there or doing anything. So we relied a lot on our friends and family to get in there, and they did flooring, and they had to fix the ceiling where the popcorn stuff, like, it had some spots that we needed to fix, and start painting, and just a lot of, you know, little things that come up when you're doing things like this. But they were great, and they showed up, and they got a lot done. And then, so Josh was gone for a whole week, 7 days, and then he came back on Saturday. He came back on Saturday night, and then the next day, on a Sunday, he went to the house again, spent a whole day there. Monday night, after work, he went there again. And then we're currently on this week. So this week, currently right now, it's Wednesday. So Monday, he went there. Tuesday, he had class, so he couldn't go. And then today's Wednesday. So it's been crazy. With Josh being gone for work for a whole week right before we move was not ideal, especially because we're trying to fix things up. But we are just so thankful for all of the friends and family that have helped us along the way, because they really have pitched in, and we appreciate them a lot. And we couldn't have done this without them at all. That is for sure. And Josh has worked so hard on this house, like, you know, going to work all day and then going to the house at night time. And there's just been a lot of work going into all of this. And I feel bad because I can't do much, but I've been trying to pack up our space here at our current place. And so it's pretty much all packed up. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Also got a fence put in. We hired a company to come do that. They did great. They got us in so fast, and it's already done before we're gonna move in, and that was perfect. It looks great. So everything's coming along, and we tried to get some vlog footage of some things along the way. I don't know how much Josh got. As you can tell, it's been kind of crazy around here. But I think we're gonna film a moving vlog, and that'll be a separate video, but we're gonna film that today/tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So stay tuned for that. And what else? Oh yeah, we closed on the house on March 17th, so that was great. Everything went smooth. It's all officially our house, and yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a little chaotic, as it is, as our life is. But if you want more content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Baby girl, our pregnancy is going well, so that's all good. And we got a date for our C-section, which is on April 28th. So that's currently in 29 days, which has also been crazy because we don't have a nursery, and I just ordered all of her baby stuff Monday, so 2 days ago, and I have no newborn clothes for her. And yeah, basically we really need to get ready for this baby, but also our house isn't completely done yet, so we're moving in unfinished. It's not all the way painted, and things still need to get fixed on it. We need to add several doors in places. Yeah, we've got a lot going on. Oh man, you guys. But that's all for this video. All right, catch you guys later. Bye.